So as you saw in the pre-game setup, some cards go into your main deck, some are placed right into play, and some have a separate deck like auras. This lab, we're going to define what each card type is and why it matters. As mentioned last video, a card's type is shown in this black box. Let's cover the key differences of different card types, starting with Terras. Terras are where missions occur. The most important aspect of Terra cards is that its rules text applies to both players, not just the player who put it into play. Terra cards are placed horizontally between both players and occupy the Terra slot of the lane. It doesn't have an influence value or count against either player's lane size limit. In the lab, we like to turn Terras vertical once the mission in the lane is resolved as a reminder it's no longer available to score. Casters. Casters start in the caster zone. They look like creatures except for a few things. As you look at this caster, you can see that it has an allied aura box. This one can ally with fire and earth aura types, meaning you can of course still play cards from air, as well as either fire or earth, but not both. Some casters have regular rules that only apply when played to lanes, but casters sometimes have caster powers. These are abilities that can be used from the caster zone. They are still active if your caster is played to a lane. Equipment. Equipment looks very similar to a creature, but notice the missing starburst around the influence as a secondary reminder it is not a creature. Equipment doesn't do anything in a lane unless there is a friendly creature, meaning a creature you control, in that same lane. Other than that restriction, equipment functions just like a creature. Strategy cards. Strategy cards are one-time effects. You pay their cost, resolve the rules text, and place them immediately in the discard. Creatures. They may offer special abilities that can occur like on play, abilities when you take an action, or when certain conditions activate the ability like declaring a mission. Aura. Aura is your power to cast your cards. Once you have enough of it to meet a card's cost, you may tap the needed aura. Aura untaps at the beginning of each new round. The main deck allows you to put in creatures, Terra, equipment, and strategy cards. Having the right mix in your deck is important to playing the game well. Next lab, we'll talk more about lanes.